calling. Who's doing the intro? Me?
You.
Yeah. Dance break. We're dancing. And we're dancing.
Hello.
Hello, is this Ricky?
Yeah, this is Ricky. How you doing?
Oh, Ricky, how are you? Paul, Outsider Tackle Box, a radio show and podcast. My good friend Tommy with me in the studio.
How's it going, Ricky? And he says good friend, but in all actuality, I think I'm his only friend.
You might be my only friend.
Yay.
Such a good friend. He's like a 4X. He squeezed in.
Oh, good.
He squeezed into an extra large shirt. Our sponsor this week is Zombie Baits. They have
freeze-dried.
I can't even say that word.
Freeze-dried baits. So they have like freeze-dried worms and stuff like that, and they're really cool bait.
Going in next month's box.
Next month's boxes, but they asked us to wear, the shirts and to kind of promote them, and they only sent over 2 XL shirts, and
I'm my size. So when you watch this back later on YouTube, or if you watch us live, Tommy squeezed into an extra large shirt. And it is.
And I'm
breathing.
Normally a 3X. So right now, like I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I feel like a Pillsbury biscuit tube that's already popped.
You say 3X.
Buttermilk biscuits.
That's it. Buttermilk biscuits oozing all over the place. It's just all bad.
Big and sexy.
Yeah, that's right, man. I'm big and sexy. You don't even know.
And why not? So welcome to the show. We appreciate you sending in a bunch of photos and being a participant of I'm an Outsider Fishing Group. And we understand that you are the owner and operator of your own fishing group, Poor Man Aqueduct Fishing Group, and so we know that that takes quite a bit of time, and so we do appreciate the time you take to send in photos to us, because it can get quite busy with the comments and just people inquiring about stuff. And congratulations for the LLC of Poor Man Aqueduct Fishing. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Awesome. Congratulations on that.
Wish you the
Thank
best
you, guys.
of luck.
Thank you very much.
With that, I mean, sometimes it grows quickly and slowly, or
quickly and slowly.
It can be quick and slow. It can be.
You heard of an oxymoron? You're an ox-endomoron.
Yes, that is true.
It takes a whole lot of work to get it going.
Yeah.
A lot of fishing and a lot of content.
That's it. It does. And you know what, though? I mean, we were connected to you through James, and
James T. Meyer is a member of your group, and so he introduced us
to your group. And we got to say, I mean, honestly, we love what you're doing. We love everything that you're putting together, and we can't thank you enough, because that kind of goes with what we do, which is sharing fish stories, spreading the love of the sport, and helping out people.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I mean, we can't thank you guys enough. I mean, that's awesome. And we'll help support you, and we'll keep spreading your word as well.
Spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing. And when we found out that you had a GoFundMe account to help the community and pay for their fishing license, we said, we had to have you on.
Yeah.
And the hope is to get you some support. There are people listening to our live stream, but this is
that'd be awesome.
This is aired all over the world. We actually have quite a bit of following. We have I don't know that we know anybody in over the pond, but Norway and
we have Norway, we have Britain, we have Germany, Spain, Portugal.
Oh yeah, you guys pretty nationwide.
Yeah, we're
pretty good nationwide.
We're all over the place, and
we're mostly in the States.
Mostly here, but I mean we do have some over there.
Over there.
It's really cool to meet people and work in collaboration.
You give your Scottish voice. No,
my Irish.
I keep saying Scottish, but it's Irish.
It's Irish. I could do Scottish too, but I'm not doing it.
Give me your McGregor. Give me your McGregor voice.
I'm not doing my McGregor voice.
There you go. We're also wearing our Columbia River hookers. They're
a group similar
Pacific
to
Northwest.
similar to what you're doing. However, they help a lot of veterans, first responders, police officers and stuff. They kind of correctional officers. They help them because that particular area of occupation.
A lot of them suffer from PTSD
and suicide rates and stuff like that. So he takes them out, and he takes them out on the Columbia River and basically gets their mind off of stuff. And he does it for not just those. I mean, he does it for everybody, really. I mean, anybody that needs a little bit of river therapy, you know.
And you're part of that group too, so we appreciate what you're doing for your community.
And that's what I was about to say. I mean, they're doing it down here in Bakersfield and around that area as well. And I mean, it's really cool to see people doing things like that for their community and really taking that step.
So tell us a little bit about your group, how people can find you. Obviously, when they find Ricky Robles, if he posts anything on our Outsider fishing group, you could click him, and there's he shows you ways to find his group. And we don't always leave up YouTube videos, but I saw that you do post a couple, and we left them there because we want people.
We want to help
when it's
out
for a cause, and when you're telling a story. We allow people to post their YouTube videos, so you can find Ricky Robles on I'm an Outsider Fishing Group through his YouTube channel, and you could just reach out to him directly. But yeah, tell us a little bit about the group, how maybe just how it got started and what you guys are doing for the GoFundMe, and then we'll spread this out and hopefully get you some support for that.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, so pretty much I got laid off from the oil field. I worked in the oil field since I was 19, and I worked in the oil field for about 10 and a half years, got laid off, and I wanted to put my money into something and try to start a journey. And then I also seen the fishing politics and stuff on groups, and, a lot of people weren't helping out too much out here in Bakersfield, and there's a couple groups here and there. And they just weren't doing what I seen, the vision I had for it. So I fished for a whole year pretty much, and then after I got laid off, and I fished for a whole year. I gave the internet nothing but content and video, and then I finally broke them off with the name Poor Man Aqueduct Fishing. It became the biggest hit in Kern County, and awesome. It just took off from there. And then it came with, it came with the sponsors. It came with. We have our own bait too, and then it came with our all our Poor Man Aqueduct fishing gear, and then giving back to the community, through the homeless, through veterans, through people who need help fishing, and pretty much covering all the basics of people how to get onto the fish, and just making a beautiful thing of it. And I can't say any more, but I got really blessed with it.
Oh, that's awesome, man. I mean, that's
such a blessing.
That's a total way of like turning, a bad situation into a great one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just got blessed with it. I didn't know where it was gonna take off. I kind of went in blindfolded. Went in like with the bird box.
Yeah. You were bird boxing challenging this.
I went bird boxing. I just had a vision that took off with it, and unfortunately, I had a good family and support and friends behind me, and they've been here with me since the beginning, and we're still going stronger than ever.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And
yeah.
I've seen pictures on your guys' group and everything. You guys have done like toy drives. You guys have done all sorts of good things.
Yeah, Toys for Tots. Yeah, I mean, everything.
And you know what? Honestly, again,
anytime you have those things going on, just we
let us know.
Support you in any
way.
We'll
support you, and and same thing. Just support us. We're all doing the same thing, and
we just partnered.
But we're gonna definitely spread the word for you guys.
With a fishing app. It's called it's called the Fishing Reel.
The Fishing Reel.
Yeah. And so it's free to download, and that thing is it's actually called the Daily Reel.
The Daily Reel.
And so that's nationwide. It's downloaded all over. Our blog is actually going to be featured there, so for people who have fish stories. But that's another way. Yeah, you can reach more people.
Yeah, you can definitely write a blog for us, and then it'll go out through them, and that'll help spread the word for you too.
They have blogs from our competitors. They have blogs from actually professionals, and so it's a great app, but they like the idea of just growing the fishing marketplace.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
that's what we're doing, and you're telling a story, so we want to support it.
Yeah, and we'll help you guys out.
Fundraisers,
yeah, fundraisers or anything. Let us know. I mean, we can maybe work something out.
I sure will.
Send you guys like a box or something for like a a tournament or something that you're doing. We'll help you guys out.
And I believe James Myers sent us a link for the GoFundMe. Yeah. But if you want to send us that again, or we could I'll look for it. I think he posted it. We'll share that again for people so they can donate that. But it looks like there's the fishing is so good there. Everybody who has joined our group, I think we had Daniel Plaza last week, and we had James T. Meyer on a couple of times.
James has been on for a while.
We made him an admin to our group. As a good guy. He was one of he was on the podcast and radio show like a month ago. Yeah. But he's part of our admins, and it just seems like the fishing out there is just so good. I imagine that there's days that you don't catch fish just like everywhere else, or maybe that's just me.
I'm honestly, you know what, we're not.
Yeah, I'm out here. I'm out here right now at the aqueduct right now. I've been out here since about 3:30 this morning. I've hooked up into 2 stripers so far. It's been a little slow day. No keepers yet, and the keeper has to be above 18 inches of striped bass. And I'm out here right now though. Getting some mouths ready.
I saw that on the group this morning when I was getting ready for the show. I was like, "Oh, he's already up and out, man. That's awesome."
Oh yeah.
I'm a little jealous. I'm stuck next to this fool.
Well, we have a radio show we have to do, so
I know,
but
I'm just saying.
On the water, and
I'm good on the edge of the water. I'm not good on the water. I just sink.
But I'm trying to get out. I've been out twice this year, haven't caught anything, but in
your defense, you hardly ever. So
I took my kids. They were casting their poles, but I'm yet to catch a fish.
That's what we should do later. We should go out there to that spot. Show me that spot.
We could totally go.
But I mean, we're not that far from Bakersfield. What are we? A couple hours? I mean, we're Huntington Beach. We're Orange County, so we're like a couple hours away from.
A couple hours, yeah.
A few hours from Bakersfield. We should go up there and
you guys probably got some good. Yeah, you guys probably got some good fishing towards you. You just need to do a little bit more research. Probably some aqueducts running through close by or something.
Yeah, I mean we got some stripers and stuff.
Daniel and James, I know not all of you are available, but it seems like every time we get a photo, somebody's fishing the aqueduct. So it's not that far. It's somewhere we can actually go to.
We've got some decent fishing down here. A lot of coastal fishing. We do some some bass fishing and stuff because we got like Castaic Lake and different areas around here. But I haven't done much striper fishing.
Valley Lake has a lot of bass. Silverwood Lake.
When I used to live in Vegas, or when I used to live in Boulder City, actually, we used to fish Lake Mead, and Lake Mead had striper. I was not a male dancer over in Vegas. Stop.
I had to. I stopped, but I was going to say
they had to pay by the pound. They went broke.
The joke was there. You finished it.
They're like you're fat. And I'm like, just more me to love, but more spots to put a tip. No, but when.
So what's the fishing? Let's get back to the fishing.
Yeah, well, no.
What do they catch there out of the aqueduct? Is there multiple species of fish there? Is it mostly stripers? What's in there?
Mainly striper. I mean, there's quite a bit of fish, but striper are like the savages through the aqueduct. They eat everything, and they just they take over the place wherever they go, just like in the lakes or in the aqueducts, and they migrate. But we got the striper, channel cat, catfish, and then you got carp, and then American shad, small minnows, smelt, and stuff like that. That's pretty much the bait fish at the end I just said there, but that's pretty much the basics. But the numbers in the aqueduct, you can catch, a fish of a lifetime. You never know when it's going to hit your line. Nice. And you're always, when you set that hook into a striped bass, and you just wait for it to peel out, and, you never know if it's going to be that one. And I've caught so many striped bass to where you kind of know if it's going to be that big one or not. And I always wait for it. When I yak its mouth, I'm like, it's either going to fly out or it's going to give me a little head shake.
That's it. Get that heart pumping.
What's the best pound test for people headed out that way?
Bait, really.
And bait to use. So like 5 pound, 10 pound, and then what's the favorite setup you have for fishing the aqueduct?
I would basically start with a Carolina rig.
Mm-hmm.
A Carolina rig, about a foot leader, size 2 to 3 octopus hook, and fresh sardines, bloodworms for the striped bass. And for the catfish, I would use, I don't know if you guys heard of it, it's called Sunnies or Triple S. It's a sting bait, and use that with plugs.
Mm-hmm.
And chicken liver too for the cats. There's quite a bit of source of different things to use. I have a list, and I'll share it on your group. I'll share it on the Outsider group too this week for you guys.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Perfect.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we could put it on the blog.
We can put it on the blog. That'd be kind of cool. Things for baits for using for the aqueduct. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So, whenever you get a moment, we know you have a lot to do. You're running your own group.
Yep. And he's out there fishing right now.
And he's out there fishing, teaching people how to fish and raising money.
Yeah. And Ricky, if you I'll reach out to you a little later or something about maybe getting some like a couple hats or something like that, and we'll wear them on the radio show. And next time we do the YouTube, the YouTube live or something like that, we'll wear the hats and or whatever, and we'll help promote you that way too.
Yeah, please.
Sounds awesome. I definitely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
No, I just sound. Yeah, go ahead.
No, hold on, Paul.
Let's do it one more time.
No.
No,
Paul,
I talk.
Shut
you
up.
Interrupt me.
Ricky, go ahead. Let me shut this fool up for a minute here. Go for it, buddy.
No, I would just say I'll definitely hook you guys up with some gear, poor man gear, and get you guys for a podcast to show it off and stuff anytime.
Yeah.
Just send me you guys information, and I'll send it your way.
Sounds good. I'm actually
like you and I actually are a reflection of poor. Like we spent all our money on
on this
fishing gear, radio show. It's just like, hey, you guys want to go fishing?
We went right into the poor man area, but now
where's the money? Well, it's kind of tied up in a lot of things, and so if you want to take us fishing, we'll go.
But as soon as we get, we're in the process of getting new shirts and hats done and stuff like that. And yes, I am in the process before you start running your mouth and saying about how Tommy takes like 6 months to do anything.
We give Tommy a lot of, I guess,
crap.
Yeah.
Anyway, as soon as we get some shirts and hats and stuff, we'll get a couple out to you and James and whatnot, and you guys can do.
It's not always. I'll just tell everybody, it's not Tommy. I joke around. We all the studio equipment. Like it's all ours, and so we have our money invested in what we do, but we have a story. But so it's not Tommy taking his 6 months to make shirts, because we tell people like Tommy's in charge of the shirts and it takes him like a year to do it. No, it's actually
it's Paul.
We give him a budget. We give him a budget, and it's not a very big one.
Yeah, it's a budget issue, fool.
Yeah, come back on the show anytime. We'll upload your
sounds awesome
later today. So from all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box,
and definitely real quick, Ricky. I mean, I heard you say bloodworms work real good out there and stuff like that. Give a check out to our sponsor for today. The sponsor for today's show is Zombie Baits.
You know what? Let's send them some when we get them in. We'll send
some to Ricky. But they do a freeze dried lugworm, and they do a freeze dried bloodworm as well. And you basically just rehydrate them, and they got an attractant called the kill shot. You add it to the water too. And you rehydrate them, leave them there for about 15 minutes, and then they rehydrate. You hook them right on the hook, cast them out. And honestly, man, I mean, I've had good luck with bass, trout, even
all
saltwater fish.
Yeah,
I'm sure they'll work great out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bloodworm's pretty good bait.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely, as soon as, like I said, I'll talk to the owner of Zombie Baits as soon as we get them in. We'll get you a pack or something out there so you guys can try them out.
All right, perfect.
That sounds great.
Thanks for coming on the show from all of us here at Outsider Tight Lines.
Tight Lines, bud. Fish more. Have a great Saturday.
Tight Lines, you guys.
Catch a big one for us, all right, man?
Oh, yeah, you know it.
All right, bud. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.